Hello, everybody. I have made a lot of nonsense over the years.
I have a glass of water here, and I have some mayo.
I made a lot of mistakes. I've done a lot of not great things. But if I were to narrow it down, there are three main mistakes that I have made to get me where I am today. I'm going to be going over these three main mistakes for you, for your sake, for learning purposes. Why I made these mistakes, what they were, and how they affected me, and how they led me to this point. As of this video, recording this video right now, I have 199 subscribers. That's it. That's the furthest I've gotten. It took me 15 years to get to this point. And these are the three main reasons why. The first mistake that I'm going to talk about is my very first mistake that I made. And it made the process very difficult. It made getting started very hard and getting any momentum impossible. And that first mistake was being too embarrassed. I was really embarrassed to make YouTube videos. It felt very juvenile to want to make YouTube videos, for that to be my drive, my ambition, my passion. I want to be a YouTuber. You know, it just feels so cringe to say, I want to be a YouTuber. You know, you can say, like, I want to be a content creator. Sounds a little better, but it's still pretty embarrassing, to be honest. I didn't want to be seen when I made my YouTube videos. I didn't want anybody to know that I was making them. I didn't want anybody to know about it. And I had to be alone to make the videos, which was really hard to do. When you live, with your parents and your family and your two siblings in a not very big house with one computer that's centralized, that everyone can see what you're doing, it's pretty much impossible to do this. You have to find the right moment, and it's not easy to do. I couldn't commit to anything. Everything felt wrong. I didn't want anybody to see what I made. The embarrassment really slowed me down, made it very hard for me to do anything and get going. I remember my first video. My first video was, I took a flip camera, an old crappy camera that was supposed to be like convenient and cheap, which is, the best I could do as a high schooler. And I put the flip camera in a roll of duct tape. And I put a sock in the duct tape so I can position the camera and point it up at the TV screen and record myself playing Monster Hunter Tri on the Wii. And that was my first YouTube video. A duct tape and sock, upward, pointed at the screen. It was terrible. And I only did it while I was alone. And I only made maybe 3 or 4 of these kinds of videos. And I would share them with you, but they have been deleted. They do not exist anywhere anymore, because at some point I was too embarrassed and I deleted them, which sucks, because that would have been interesting to share, because it's like, what does that look like? How does that relate to who I am now? But it's gone because I was too embarrassed. This is a very difficult problem to overcome if you are suffering from embarrassment to make YouTube videos. And it is rooted in insecurity, which can be deep in your psyche. It can be very hard to overcome this. And really, there's only a couple ways to do it. Proper self-talk, first of all, making sure you feel good about what you're doing and not telling yourself it's embarrassing, but telling yourself that it's good. You could see a therapist. That might help. That can be a big toss in the air if you get a good one, or if they give you good advice. That's something you could do. The other thing you could do, probably the best thing that you could do, is probably just to power through it. To just force the content out. Even if it sucks, just commit yourself to it through hard work and commitment. Do what you can. Do what you can and try to learn as much as you can. The more you learn, the more you do, the more proud you'll feel, and the less embarrassed you'll be. And I'll say this. If you don't make the content because you're embarrassed, if you just don't make it, not making the content will only make you feel worse. It'll only make you feel worse. You're better off powering through and doing what you can than not doing it at all. Because not doing it will just make you feel worse and feel more embarrassed. This brings me to my second mistake I'll be talking about in this video, which is, in fact, my biggest mistake that I've made. My biggest regret in life is this mistake. And that is just simply giving up. My biggest mistake is just completely giving up. I made videos for a few years, off and on, inconsistent, mostly ruled by embarrassment. Gaming videos with duct tape. Eventually, me and my friend figured out a screen recording software, so it was slightly better.
CWR3.
CWR3.
Playing a little StarCraft today. All right.
Wait, we just spawned in the same spot.
Oh my god, you're right.
We made skits as well. Me and my friends made skit videos in high school, which those do still exist, thankfully.
Hey, you!
Who, me?
No, the guy behind you, dummy.
Oh, me.
They were very embarrassing. Kind of charming to look back on, to be honest. They were really bad. I made more gaming videos. I live streamed gaming in college.
Oh, you just missed that camera level.
That was mayo water.
I dropped out of college and I made some more gaming videos because I really wanted to do that. It didn't work great for me. And then I made a daily vlog.
Are you ready for this? I got my socks on again.
I made a daily vlog. I made a video every day for 365 days. And it was not great, but I am proud of it because I committed to it. And I made a video every single day for 365 days. And I did it, and it's still out there.
Welcome to the last day of this shitty vlog.
Thank you for watching anything that you did, for doing anything you did, participating in any way you participated. Thank you so much. And I will not see you guys tomorrow.
But after that daily vlog is when I made this second mistake, which is the biggest mistake, which is giving up. After that daily vlog failed, I lost all motivation and I completely gave up. I didn't make another video for like 7 years. I didn't do anything for 7 years. And it wasn't just YouTube videos that I gave up on. I gave up on life. I didn't do anything. I developed a drinking problem.
Yo, what's up, Will?
Oh, hey, what's up, dude?
What's up, dude? What are you drinking?
Oh, just have a quick beer.
Hey, wait, come on, man. We talked about this. You're not supposed to be drinking, dude.
It's all right. Just what? I don't have that many. Don't look over there.
Jesus, Will.
I just worked to pass a living, and just drank. And that was it. That's all I did for 7 years. And that is my biggest regret. The drinking problem came because I had given up. I didn't make any content because I had given up. That's my biggest mistake. I wish over those years that I would have made something. Anything at all would have been better than nothing. That is the biggest waste of time. 7 years of my life gone to nothing because I didn't do anything. It wouldn't have mattered what I made. It wouldn't have mattered what it was, as long as I would have done something. But I didn't do anything. And if you give up, right, but you do it, you give up on YouTube to focus on something else that's more important to you or something that you have to focus on, that's somewhat reasonable, Like if you have a family, you have a kid, and you need to provide, and you want to focus on your job and providing for raising your kid and providing for them, that's good. You find another hobby or another passion that's more important to you, and you give up to focus on that, then that's good. If you focus on something else, that's somewhat okay to give up on. But me, I didn't give up. There was nothing else. There was nothing else for me to focus on. I just gave up entirely on everything, which is my mistake. I wish I would have done something. There's not really a lot I can say here. There's not a lot of great advice to give on this because it's just, you just need to not give up. You need to do something. Even if you feel at the bottom of the barrel and worthless, if you just pull out your phone and talk to it, every week, then at least you're doing something, right? But I didn't even do that. Now, we'll move on to my third mistake. And this would have helped me with getting, if I hadn't made this third mistake, which is over the course of the whole period, it would have helped me with my biggest mistake, giving up and regret, and my biggest regret in giving up. If I would have not made this third mistake, it would have helped me with that. And this is maybe the most practical thing you can learn from this video. A lot of this has been a lot of emotional, intense stuff, but this is maybe, this mistake is the most practical thing you can learn from. Maybe the best advice I can give you. My third mistake, my third mistake was just simply not being consistent. I was too on and off. I spent too many periods of time not doing anything, and then doing too much and not doing anything. I made too many different channels. I made a bunch of different channels and a bunch of different ideas. I couldn't focus on one thing, and I was too off and on with the videos. I'm pretty ADHD, so that's probably why. If I would have actually committed to something, over these years, if I would have, with that first video, that gaming video, if I would have just kept making gaming videos over the course of these 15 years that I was trying to do stuff, and I just focused on that and kept doing it consistently, would have been 15 years. I probably would have succeeded. I probably would have gained some ground if I would have focused on that. If I would have focused on any one of my many ridiculous ideas, no matter what it was, if I would have focused on any one of those things over the course of these years, I would have made so much more progress than I did now. If I would have just picked something and stayed with it, it would have made such a big difference. If you do this, if you watching this do that, it doesn't matter how terrible the idea that you have is, or how terrible of a YouTuber you are. It doesn't matter. You could have the worst idea ever, and you could be the worst YouTuber personality, and just be terrible at YouTube. And if you do it consistently over 15 years, you will leave me in the dust. You could be the worst YouTuber ever. If you do it consistently, you will get further than where I am at now. If you just do that, it doesn't matter what the idea is, as long as you keep doing it. Now, the important thing here about the consistency is that you make sure you keep it regular, but also that you don't overdo it. It's better to make 100 videos over the course of 5 years than it is to make 365 videos over the course of 1 year if you stop after that 1 year, which is what I did. I was consistent for a year. I'd made a daily video for a year, and that was too much. That was more than I could handle. I burned myself out, and that is what started up my giving up period, where I gave up in life and I was an alcoholic.
And I will not see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye. Shit, man.
Don't look over there.
Jesus, Will.
I don't.
What is that,
That's
dude?
not addictive.
How many of those did you drink?
All of them, but
That, I overdid it. I burned myself out. So you want to make sure you do an amount of regular content that is manageable for you. Maybe you can handle doing a video every day. You know, maybe you can do more than I can. Maybe it's just once a week, once a month. Maybe it's just a few videos a year. As long as you're consistent and you keep doing it. And what matters is the consistency over years. Because if you are consistent over years, then even if you make fewer videos, the key is that you are consistently thinking about this stuff and making progress over the course of years, which is simply more time that you are spending growing. If you only spend 1 year making a ton of videos, you're not going to learn as much as if you make a fraction of the amount of videos over the course of a few years. You're going to learn a lot more, and you're going to be able to make a lot more progress. That's the important thing about consistency. Give yourself manageable consistency, because a lot of us have full-time jobs. We're adults, we have full-time jobs, or you're a kid in school, or you're in college. You have stuff that you got to do. And so it's really important that you don't overdo it and you make consistent, manageable effort that you can keep, that you can maintain over the course of years. That's really, really important. You'll make an infinite amount more progress than I did if you can do that. The other thing is the idea, right? Picking an idea and sticking to it can be very difficult. For some people, that can be very easy. If you're the right kind of person, you might know what your thing is and you do it and you're good. You know what's going on. Or you could be like me. You could be ADHD. You could be all over the place, uncertain of what to do. And that is difficult. That can be difficult to focus on something. But I'd say a good rule of thumb, if you're like me, is probably just keep the same channel. Just stay on one channel. Whatever you do, just stay on one channel. And if you're truly ADHD, you can be like, oh, this is my channel about how I do all kinds of nonsense. It's just about me doing a bunch of stuff. You know, that's better than actually making a different channel for all your stupid ideas. Just stick to one channel. And like, as far as what you pick, it can literally be anything, right? For you, it could be video games, you know, that's pretty popular. It could be knitting. You could make a channel about knitting. You can make a channel about cars. It could just be your personality. It could be one specific video game. It could be one specific dance move that you just do every video. You just do the same dance move every video. There are people on TikTok who do that and get a lot of success. You could just do one dance move. You could do a vlog. You know, you could do a beauty channel. You could do a compilation of all your ADHD hobbies in one spot. The important thing here is that you can keep learning and growing if you stick to one thing. And the other thing that's great about sticking to one thing is that it'll make it easier to make content regularly if you truly pick something you're passionate about. If you truly pick something that you enjoy, you'll have a much easier time making consistent videos. It's a lot easier to keep making content and get 0 views and 0 subs if you genuinely enjoy what you're making. If you do something you really enjoy and then make a video about it, and your goal is not necessarily to be successful, but just to share your passion, people will see that and they will appreciate it. And if you get nothing out of it, it'll be easier to keep going. And honestly, you probably will be more successful if you focus on what you're passionate about and you just share your passion. You will find so much more success if you do that, because people will feel the genuineness. People like genuine passion and content, which is why people hate AI so much, because AI is fake. It's the definition of fake. People don't like AI. They can sense AI. AI is getting extremely powerful, but it can't replace a real personality and a real person. It just can't. You know, maybe someday it will, and at that point, AI will probably just be an actual living internet being, right? So, those are my 3 main mistakes. Hopefully you learned something so you can be not like me. I think if you are able to overcome any one of those 3 issues that I struggled with, you'll be able to be much more successful than I have been. So here I am, trying again. This channel that I am on is about me and my voice, because my voice is pretty cool. I got a pretty great voice. I can do all kinds of voices. And on this channel, I'm just going to make videos that I like. And I am ADHD, so I don't know how consistent it's going to be. But I'm going to try to find something that I really like. And I like me, which is why I like making a channel about me. Because I like me. Even if I'm such an insecure mess, I like me. I'm going to try to just make consistent, good videos. And I will not change this channel. Probably. I might. It might happen. But I will try really, really hard not to. Because the consistency is very important. I'm going to stick on this channel. And I'm going to keep making videos. And at the very least, I am never giving up ever again. I will never give up again. And I will always make something. Always. So what am I doing here? Hey, let's see. I'm doing a live Lord of the Rings right now. I'm doing a live Lord of the Rings read aloud for fun.
This is the Master Ring, the one ring to rule them all.
So you could join me on the live stream and make fun of Tolkien and talk about your feelings and chat.
This is different than the movie, because the movie they had the council and like, you'll have my axe and my bow and my staff. And now we get it, because of course Tolkien would not write such a corny scene, other than, you know, he would write a corny scene of Frodo and Sam tenderly holding hands probably, but not of the Fellowship coming together. No, it's just Elrond being like, okay, you get this guy, and you get this guy, and this guy, and you'll have this guy too. Okay, well, that's it. Good luck. See you later.
You can watch from the very beginning. There's a playlist if you want. But you don't have to watch from the beginning. You could just join whenever you want. It's Lord of the Rings. Everybody knows what happens. It's just kind of interesting, right? That's me. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to keep making videos here. I'm going to try to be as consistent as possible, which can be hard to do still. I'm still overcoming some of these mistakes. I'm still trying to overcome these mistakes that have affected me so strongly. And I hope I can succeed. My goal is to hit, I don't know, a few hundred subscribers. just get this number. 199 is the highest it's ever been. And I'm just going to keep trying to push that number up over time as much as I can, as far as I can get it to go. Just if it ends up at 217, hey, you know, hey, I made progress at least, right? So yeah, please like and subscribe, and maybe, you know, you can be my 200th subscriber and help me on my journey. Or hopefully at least you learn something from this video. Anyways, that's my story. We're going to wrap it up. Thank you for watching. Farewell, and have an excellent YouTube journey. Good luck.